and why does Alvo use EM? What are the benefits?
Hi, Annabelle. Look, the EM stands for electromagnetic. It's a type of geophysical survey that basically tests how conductive certain minerals or rocks are in the ground. And why that's important is because the mineralisation that's associated with at Palma, it's associated with the sulfide species is actually really conductive. So if we can measure where those conductive minerals are under the earth, then we can save a lot of money by drilling directly towards them. So in some ways, it's a targeting mechanism, and in other ways, it actually is going to be quite good from a cost-saving perspective as well.
What's a FLEM survey and what does it tell you?
FLEM survey stands for fixed loop EM. Basically, you lay out a big loop of copper wire, which is around about a kilometre long, 400 metres wide. It can be different shapes and sizes depending on your target. You charge that up using a generator and a transmitter, and then you walk along and you basically take readings of the conductive field within that at certain points along pre-described lines. So the fixed loop just stands for the loop stays in the same place, and you move the sensor around. Some of the other acronyms that we use would be moving loop, so MLEM, where you take the loop and you keep moving it. So you're really targeting kind of a broader area in that particular style of survey. And then of course you've got the downhole EM. And what the difference between the DHEM is you actually take a probe and it looks like a spear, you put it down the old drill hole, and then you take the reading from down the hole. And that gives you a much better depth penetration on your survey. So FLEM is literally an acronym for fixed loop. It's a surface type style of geophysical survey.
Rob, can you please talk through the recent EM survey results at Palma and what's their significance?
So we've completed our first survey at the end of last year, right before New Year's Eve, basically. The results were really impressive. The full length of the survey showed a strong conductor at depth, right associated with the known mineralisation at C1. So from a logistical perspective, the technique works really well. We can see conductors, or we can see a really strong conductive trend extending all the way from the north all the way to the south. We are so encouraged by the results that we've gone and bought this same equipment so that we can go and do our own surveys. We need to extend it to the south, we need to extend it to the north, but we also need to get a drill rig in there and drill it. So some of the plates that have been defined haven't been drilled in the past. They're quite large. And some of where it has been drilled near surface at C1, we can see a strong association between the mineralisation and the actual interpreted conductive plates. So yeah, really excited by the results. We think it's going to be a fabulous tool for us for direct drill targeting going forward.
What does this mean for upcoming drilling?
Well, we're currently drilling at C3, and at the moment we're doing a few more holes there to finish off the first part of the program. We'll then move the rigs to C1, and we'll basically be straight away targeting some of these plate locations to see if how good the technique actually works in real space. So we'll shift the rigs for probably 6 to 8 weeks to C1 to test some of these plate targets. And in the meantime, we'll get the equipment from Australia for further EM surveys. We'll put some surveys over C3 so that we can see, because up till now, all the drilling that we've done at C3 has been in and around the known mineralisation. Hopefully, with the EM on surface, we can do another survey and find some plates that should warrant drilling to follow up on those as well. So yeah, there's plenty of work coming for the drill rigs, that's for sure.
Oh, good. Where's Alvo at with its current drilling?
Yeah, so we launched our 10,000 meters straight after we listed. We're 2,200 meters in, something like that. A second rig has just arrived probably a week ago, and it's on it's started out drilling. So we're making really good progress. We expect to have, I guess, the first set of results coming through in early February, and from then we'll just be drilling.
Now, in regards to drilling results, what are you expecting?
So the first 6 holes, we expect to have those in the first couple of weeks of February. Those are all holes targeted at C3 as in our exploration program of upgrade, expand, discover. They're all upgrade holes at this stage. So they'll be, we expect to have those results out early February, and we expect them to be reasonably similar to what's been announced in the past. So yeah, fingers crossed that's what we're getting, because yeah, it's a pretty exciting prospect.
And just finally, the question on everyone's lips: what can we expect next for Alvo?
Results. That's the number one. I expect to have those out in a few weeks, and they should be for the first 6 holes at C3, and I'm hoping that they'll be quite exciting. We continue to drill, so we'll finish up at C3 on our first set of holes in a couple of weeks, and then we'll move the rigs to C1. So that'll be the first time that we've drilled C1, and that won't be just infill or upgrading. That will be expansion drilling, where we can go and target some of these exciting new EM conductors. And then once we have the equipment on site, we'll be doing a whole bunch of EM surveys across C1 to the north, which will encompass the regional target JS43. We'll also take the EM equipment to C3 and look for extensions of mineralisation there. We'll take the EM equipment next to C4, which is one project that we haven't done any drilling on it at this stage, but it's got quite high potential to be an exciting new target as well. So a lot of exploration happening in the first quarter this year, and I'm heading there in a couple of weeks, and I'm really excited about being back on site and yeah, leading the team.
Sounds very busy. It's going to keep you very busy, Rob. And enjoy your site visit. Thanks for your time.
Cheers, Annabelle.